There's not a...
Yes, but just see that exactly the same is true when you're walking down the street, when you're not being so-called creative. It's actually no different then. Exactly the same is true. There's no you, there's no me, there's no separate self present there in a simple mundane activity like walking down the street. There's no more a separate self present there than there is in this great flurry of creativity where the separate self is obviously not present. The flurry of creativity is a little more colourful.
I think it's a little more mindless. I think that's the key to it. I stop thinking when I'm making something. When I'm walking down the street, I can have a whole narrative playing in my head, which is distracting from the experience.
Yes. Yes.
But it's not... Yes, I see what you're saying. It's not the intrinsic... there's no intrinsic difference.
But see that even when thinking is added into the mix, even when thinking on behalf of a separate self is added into the mix, even then there is no real separate self present. The separate self that thinking is referring to is a phantom self that is not there either in the process of creativity or when you're walking down the street. It's just that in the process of creativity, thought doesn't have time to manufacture this phantom self. Whereas when you're walking down the street, not many of your faculties are required, so they can be engaged instead in dreaming about a separate self, which seems to become very real just with that dream. But even when that is the case, there is still no separate self present there when you're walking down the street. So don't make thoughts the problem. That thought is not the problem. That there is no problem. There is no separate self. At any time, during any activity, nothing, no amount of thinking or lack of thinking can change that fact. That fact is not dependent on whether we're thinking or not.
Yes, I'm sort of... That one feels okay. It feels okay. It doesn't just think, okay, that feels okay. Thank you, Rupert. That was very helpful.